The following is for entertainment purposes only. We are not financial advisors. We are not responsible for any losses, only the profits.
What's happening, Octo family? We're going to take a look at one that just pretty much coincides with the one we were talking about this weekend. Not the uranium play, but the solar and the energy and the building it for people, all that. Got a pro America play here. This one's got the solar, the orbital power. The solar, they'll also have the windmill thing going there. I don't know if they're actually doing windmills. But they also do gas. I don't know if we've talked about that with the other ones. Think of this one as kind of like a smaller one. They're still not making any money. I mean, they're pulling it in, but they're taking losses, but it's super cheap. You want stuff cheap? There's usually something shaky going on, and that's why it's cheap. Well, this is something that could grow into something massive. This might be one of them. We talked about this to the patrons, I think, this weekend at some point, and bam, today it just slammed. I don't even remember, like 45% of I think all the plays and videos we did this weekend were up like 40, 35%. Hopefully y'all got to get in those. Pretty awesome. Orbital, they got the gas system. It's a leader in innovative gas solutions with more than 30 years of experience and design. So again, they've been doing it for a while. The power services, 50 years of experience in the power industry. Provides engineering, construction, maintenance, and emergency response solutions to the powers, utility, and midstream market building, electric transmission, distribution, and substation infrastructure. That's all big boy money, big boy stuff. Orbital Solars, we got the ESG, we got the green thing here. We're expanding our alternative energy platform to solar power with the addition of Orbital Solar Services. So the one we were talking about this weekend, they actually started with renewable energy, and now they started going into other stuff like railroads and other stuff like that. This one's kind of doing the opposite. Right, they're like kind of late to the party, you know, but the other one's a lot more stronger, but it's a lot more expensive. But then again, they're super profitable right now too. I think it's good to have exposure to both kinds. You got the yin and the yang. Little brother trying to be the big one. They've also got a whole-on construction group. They have a wealth of experience in delivery of all phases of the solar farm engineering and construction, and having successfully delivered over 500 million watts of solar projects. We have the ability to serve either a complete EPC or execute any phase of solar construction. Whatever you need done, they can handle it, which is awesome. I didn't see much about like road building or anything like that, but they're saying full phase construction. I'm sure they could figure it out. They're trying to say that they're going to keep diversifying a little bit with telecommunications, like the 5G stuff. Is that a 5G tower? I don't know. The new stuff I'm sure they're going to be up on. But they can set up electric power to the grid. So if you got property and you want to start making money on some solar, they can pretty much do it all, it sounds like. Even hook it up to the main grid. They're still moving forward. They're showing here this year, actually in Q2, they acquired Reach Construction Group, a minority-owned premier provider of engineering, procurement, and construction services to utility-scale solar customers. So that's just in Q2 they did that. They completed the name change to Orbital Energy Group. It's actually a new name for them. It's good. They're trying to rebrand it. I think branding's okay. It's fine. So we got the power services. They also have the gas, though. The other one we were talking about that. They design, install, and commissioning of industrial gas sampling, measurement, and delivery systems. Broad range of technology, including environmental monitoring, gas metering, process control, telemetry, gas sampling, biomethane. All the weird gases. They're saying 20 to 30% revenue growth in 2020 with momentum building in 2021. We talked about those angles. If you can put something on like a 30-degree angle, 45% angle going up, it's looking pretty good. We've got all sorts of stuff I don't even know what it is. Newer markets, mercury measurement, biomethane to grid, cybersecurity for the grid network. It's kind of like some clean spark stuff maybe. Grid modernization. They're basically saying a lot of the grid, that's why we talk about clean spark, is outdated. But they're saying it's going to keep opening up. 70% of power transformers are 25 years or older. We talked about this a lot. America needs to rebuild a lot of stuff, from bridges to right there. Transformers are 25 years old. 60% of circuit breakers are 30 years older. 70% of transmission lines are 25 years or older. Eventually, that stuff's got to get replaced. Who's going to do it? Guy like this. We're talking about the angle outlook for global biogas consumption. What's biogas? Is it like biomass? Biomethane? what was it, dinosaur foo-foo. 2018 MTOE is their measurement, but we're at 34, but they're saying in 2030, so within like 10 years, 6x the need for it. Then when you go over to the biomethane, I'm not even going to calculate, 50x by 2030 is what we're going to need. They're showing the solar installation forecast is kind of looking like it's still kind of going up, but they're showing it might level out a little bit, but I don't know. The graph's still like that. As for the money, revenues, 13.6 million. It's nothing. Gross profit, 17.3%. But then when you see here, they've actually got an operating loss of 6.3 million. They're growing, and they just acquired that new solar side, so I can see where some of the money was spent. It wasn't just thrown up in the air. But take a look at this. It says for the 9-month ended in September 30th, they've actually lost 20.6 million for operating loss. And they only had 27 million in revenue. So again, it's just a smaller bro of it. Cash and cash equivalents, I got 4.1 million books. Total stock equity, 24.6 million. You know, it's fine. Where's it sitting? Like $2.17. How many shares though? 30 million. It's low. 30 million is low for most stocks. 30 million is super low. This thing could still go parabolic. On the far out, zoomed out to 2011, the stock's been around. This thing was trading around consistently $6-7, and then it just started going down. Why? Because nothing's getting rebuilt. We've talked about this. All that stuff needs to start getting rebuilt soon now, unless they're going to purposely cause more chaos. What do you think? Oh, we're out of energy. We can't find anybody to do it. We just can't. I don't know. Got lots of people that are willing to do it. Zoom on in though to a 3-month scale. What do we got? We've got a big old cup and handle pattern. A big old cup and handle. Of course, I wish everyone was able to get in here around like the $1.20. You know, today it hit like $2.14. So it went up, but this, again, if you know the charts, this is just a cup and handle. What probably will happen as far as charting goes, we're probably going to get a little dip down, maybe tomorrow and the next day, maybe, 10% or something like that, and it's going to create a handle on the side of this U, this big U. And then from there, technically looking 65% of the time-ish, it'll go up after that. Regardless, this is one of those ones that you could throw in your forget-me account. Why not? Right? I mean, it's still cheap enough. The shares are low. They've got a lot of room to run. Even if this thing were to get up to where it was before at 6, you're like tripling your money from here. So don't let this scare you what even happened in the past, handful of months. It was all the way down to like 80 cents, which is super low. Anyone in it since 80? That's awesome. Good for you. Are y'all going to get into this one? Are y'all already in this one? I think it's pretty interesting. I like all these plays. I think we're trying to cover all the bases, and I think we pretty much got them. So if you want utility exposure, I think this is a fantastic way to play it. Something that's actually going to get you money in the long term, not get you like 1 or 2% a year, right? If you haven't subscribed, please do it. It definitely helps out the channel. We also have a Patreon. Join that if you wouldn't mind. We're actually making a ton of money out there. People are telling me they're just raking it in. Fantastic. Love hearing it. We'll see y'all out there. Take care.
Did you know that we give away free silver? Simply leave a comment on the video, and as long as you're in the continental United States, you can be automatically entered to win. Please friend us on Twitter and StockTwits.